Hello everybody, how you doing? It's time for video, finally time for video number 6 in the second series of videos that I've been doing on this website and also on my YouTube channel. And it's for the total beginner. It's this whole series of videos really started as an idea for the total beginner. In that first video, in that first series, we taught you the simplest things possible. One finger chords, simple downstroke strumming. And as the videos have evolved, as the videos have progressed through the series, we've done slightly more complicated things. We went through quaver-based strumming, which means 8 strokes per bar, 8 strokes across 4 beats, like this: down, 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 up, down, up, and down, down, up, up, down, up. 2 very common quaver-based rhythms. We did the 16th based rhythm. So we got you into that semi-quaver based strumming pattern as well. And we did some arpeggio. We did hybrid strumming. All this stuff is right across that series of 11 videos. We also did some, even some bluegrass style hybrid strumming that we did somewhere. I think in that second video of the second series may have been a big hybrid strumming video, which meant strumming and picking at the same time. So we're up to, you look through all those 11 videos and you'll find that they gently take you through increments in skill development from the very most basic thing you could possibly imagine in Series 1, Video 1. So this is Series 2, Video 6. And it's a bit of a mixed bag. I want to show you some droning. Now that means playing melodies on the guitar while one string is played constantly as a drone. Okay, now just as a quick example, look at this high E string. You're going to hear that constantly as I go up the B string. We've got a guitar solo from Horse with No Name to take you through that. Horse with No Name. We're also going to show you the chords and how to strum, and this brings us on to another subject, which is shuffled strumming. What the hell am I talking about? A shuffled strum is a strum that has an uneven downstroke compared to the upstroke. Okay, now just watch this. These are the magical chords that everyone learns when they learn Horse with No Name by America. Okay, so this is another subject, shuffle strumming, that we're going to cover in this video. We'll have a look at a drone intro from the intro to Weather With You by Crowded House. I'm running up the B string again there while keeping that top E string open the whole time. There's also the guitar solo from Horse With No Name. That uses the same technique, running up and down the B string while playing notes from the E minor scale. The E minor scale shows the importance of the E note, and that's being played constantly on the top string. Then we go up to this. Do you notice I went too far? That's a mistake, don't do that. I'm going to go up there as well, and maybe that little bit of guitar solo from Horse With No Name also. So on the droning subject, we're going to go through a song called 1979. Which goes something like that. You'll notice it has drones as well. E string, bottom E string this time is going to be heard all the time. While we do octaves with our fingers, and then it's going to be the A string. Play all the time when we're doing octaves there. So let's first of all have a look at the intro line from Weather With You by Crowded House. Now this is the intro. Let me show you the chords from the intro. E minor 7, A sus 4. So they're the chords I'm playing on my left hand. That E minor 7 is just an E minor. You'll need a bit of background knowledge here. I perhaps won't go through every basic aspect of this. But an E minor 7 is an E minor chord with an additional note in the 3rd fret of the B string. applying a 16th rhythm to that. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And then changing chords to A sus4 simply by moving that E minor shape up into the middle two strings. So you've got a finger at the second fret of the D string, second fret of the G string now, and third fret of the B string. That's A sus4. So that's the background for the intro to Weather With You by Crowded House. Now what I do when I'm playing that live is I do this drone guitar line. Now the top E string is going to be audible the whole time. Here's the line. Now that imitates the intro to the song. The actual performance on the album, I doubt that there's a guitar actually doing this, but you can hear an electric guitar doing notes that evoke a very, very similar melody. And this works beautifully when you're jamming it on acoustic guitar. So what I'm doing there, again using that top E string as a drone the whole time. The intro is effectively in the key of E minor. So that E note is a root note, and the fact that it's there all the time is perfectly understandable in the context of this song and the introduction. Okay, so try and imitate that. What I did then was I strummed that 16th rhythm, but I only used the top two strings of the guitar. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up is our magical combination of strokes. And you can go back to the lesson where I taught 16th rhythms. One of those videos in series 1 probably did that. So that's your first bar. Okay, now here's the second bar. So that starts with the start of the 16th rhythm. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down. Then I move to the 7th fret. Play both top strings, and I move to the 8th fret of the B string and play both top strings. So I'll put those two bars together. Then back to the 5th fret, we're in bar number 3 now. That's bar number 3. I'm moving between the 5th fret and the 3rd fret of the B string this time. Then back to the 2nd fret for one stroke. And then I go down to the 2nd fret of the G string. And I strum that with the two top strings being open on that particular note. So here's the whole intro. If that's played over the top of these two chords, E minor 7 and A sus4, it'll sound fantastic. And again, the main point is that the top string, you can hear it all the time. That's a drone, that's what a drone is, while we're playing notes from the E minor scale on the B string. I hope that's clear, and I hope you can get on your guitar and practice that. And more than that, to understand the concept of droning, which is reinforcing one very important note, usually a root note, or a fifth, but usually a root note, while you decorate that with other elements of the scale or a chord progression or something like that. Or an octave, as we'll find out later. Now, excuse the coughing too, I've had a head cold. Sorry, I'm almost over it. Now, shuffle strumming. We're going to move on to shuffle strumming now, a separate subject, but we're also going to incorporate a drone guitar solo from the magical song Horse with No Name by America. Let's have a look at this. So these chords are what's commonly taught in order to play the start of this song. It's just an E minor. Which, you know, everyone knows, basic knowledge, an E minor chord there. And the other chord, we just spread our fingers out. So I'm playing the E minor chord here with my middle and ring fingers. We're going to take the middle finger to the second fret of the bottom string, and our ring finger to the second fret of the G string, end up with this chord called, technical name is D6 add 9 slash D sharp, slash F sharp, sorry. But it's just, basically it's an inverted D6 chord. Really easy to play. So here's those two chords. I'm going to strum every stroke down and up. I've been to the desert on a horse with no name. The other two chords in the verse, but I sang the chorus. I think that there's one more chord in the chorus. Let me just look at that chorus real quick. E minor 7, F sharp minor 7, and D major 9. Okay, I'll just do this real quick. So the chorus, E minor 7, D minor 7, and then F sharp minor 7, which I'm doing here by playing the bottom string of the guitar with the second fret, and I'm barring my ring finger across the second fret of the D, G and B strings. And then I'm doing a D major 9, which is like an E minor shape but way up on the B and G string. That's a D major 9. So that's our chorus. So verse is simply, but chorus is, I'm not spending a lot of time demonstrating this because it's not the point. The point is in my right hand, the shuffle. Now look at the arm movement here. And that's what it's all about. If you can do this, you are on a winning ticket. That's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But it's uneven. The downstroke takes a longer unit of time than the upstroke. You see that? Down, up, down, up, down. It's not like a regular movement, which is this. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Where the up and downs are of equal, well, they're equal, they're even. They take equal time. This is boom, 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 boom. There's a heavy accent on the downstroke, and the upstroke is just flicking through there pretty quickly. If you can put your fingers across the strings and create this percussive sound, you can practice that movement. And that's an important thing to get right, and then apply it to Horse with No Name. This is the verse, and this is the chorus. Try and get that groove. If you can get it, you've really made it a great achievement. I want to go back to droning now and applying this shuffle. Have a look at this. That's the first part of the guitar solo from Horse with No Name. Oh, play that with me, guys. You'll enjoy it. The 5th fret. Put your middle finger, I'm using my middle finger, on the 5th fret of the B string. Just go down, up, down. But not a regular down, up, down, which would sound like this. Again, we're shuffling. The down movement in your arm needs to be accented. Then go back to the 3rd fret and do an up and a down. Okay? Then up to the 8th fret and another up and a down. Up to the 10th fret and an up and a down. 7th fret, an up and a down. 8th fret, an up and a down. Okay, let me just summarize all that for you, perform all that for you. Do it one more time. You can hear that E string the whole time, that's the whole point. Then go back to the 7th fret and do an upstroke. Then to the 5th fret and do a downstroke. Whoops. I hit the G string and D string by mistake there. We're trying to isolate this sound to the top 2 strings. Here's all of that. Now, sorry, that was wrong. Okay, well, I started at the 5th fret. No, I shouldn't have. I should have started at the 7th fret. Now, what we're doing here, we're pushing and sliding. So get your finger to the 7th fret of the B string, play both top strings, push up to the 8th fret. And then do an up and a down stroke. Off that last down stroke, push it up to the 10th fret. Like that. Another up and a down. And a push to the 12th fret. Then an up and a down. Then back to the 10th fret for an up. And back to the 12th fret for a down. So now you're playing 2 strings at once, using the top string as a drone, shuffling with your right arm, and sliding a few of those notes. You're doing quite a lot now if you're doing this properly. Sorry, it started. I made that mistake for the 2nd time. Now look what I just did. I started from the 5th fret. My brain keeps making me do that, but I shouldn't. It's from the 7th fret. Okay. So look at all that again. If you can get all that, go right up to the 17th fret. And play it for 2 bars. 1, 2, just a down, up on every beat. Okay, so that's finger in the 17th fret of the B string, and of course, again, the top E string open. And that's it for the droning in that solo, and it does this. Whoops. Which is just like a retrograde descent down the D major scale. That's pretty cool, isn't it? D major scale, that's the key of the song. Sort of D major. You could argue that it's in E minor. The key of E minor is only one. It's only one key signature different to the D major. They're very close keys, right? But nope. That is basically a D major scale. You could argue it's E minor. Sorry, you could argue it's D major. Sorry, E minor with the C sharp and an E minor Dorian. But look, I'm going into areas I don't need to go there, okay? That's just a footnote. That's what they do at the end of the solo. Okay, so do that if you want. But the main point here of the whole video is droning, 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 droning. And that shuffle there in Horse with No No. So that covers Horse with No No. Now, there's 2 pieces of music I want to show you that use droning on low strings. Okay, the E string, first of all, don't let me down. That Beatles song. Can't quite hear. Sing it along. Don't let me down. Listen to this. So that's how it starts. So there's a little bit of droning there. What we do is hit an E chord. Now look at this. This is pretty cool. Got our index finger in the 9th fret of the A string. Our bottom E string is the drone now. What I'm doing there is I'm playing the 9th fret of the A string at the same time the bottom E string, and I'm hammering on to the 11th fret. Like that. Then I'm playing the 9th fret of the D string but I'm also muting the A string with the tip of my index finger and playing the bottom E string, quite tricky, like that. Then I'm keeping everything where it is, but I'm taking the ring finger up to the 11th fret of D, playing that with the bottom E string while the A string is muted, and then back to the 9th fret of the D string. Whoops. Do that. Okay, I'll do it slowly. And then back to the bottom E string played with the A string at the 9th fret. And then up to the 12th fret. And then the 11th fret. That's that. Don't let me. And then, okay, Don't Let Me Down by the Beatles. That's just a real quick one. Cool little riff. This is droning, droning, droning. Okay, and the bottom E string now is our drone note. Bottom E, that can set us up for anything in the key of E minor or E major. That song happened to be in the key of E major. Before I move on to my last point today, the Smashing Pumpkins song 1979, I'll just show you one thing, right? I'm going to play that bottom E string. I'm going to play notes along the A string, notes on the A string, but in the key of E major, right? You can have so much fun doing this, and it's not that difficult. Okay, so the concept is playing E on the bottom string, and I'm playing notes from the E major scale on the A string, right? Starting with the B note, which is the 5th of the scale, up to the 6th, the major 7th, octave, 2nd, major 3rd, perfect 4th, perfect 5th, 6th, perfect 6th, major 6th, major 7th, octave. So much fun. Here's an A string. I do the same thing. Play the A string now, and on the D string I'm going to play notes from the A major scale. Oh, you didn't hear that one. It's all A. This brings us to Smashing Pumpkins. Oh, I've got to be a bit careful because I haven't played this for a while. Here we're going to do droning on 2 different strings to reflect a chord change from E to A. And we're going to use octaves with our left hand, right? So let's start. First chord is E. Do 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 do. Alright, so we're going to do the E note as a drone. We're going to play E flat. I should call it D sharp given the key. We're going to play D sharp octaves. So index finger to 6th fret of A string, pinky to 8th fret of G string. Now your fingers are tips. Index and pinky are supposed to play those notes, but the fingers are also meant to mute the D string and the top 2 strings. Right, so you get that sound. And of course the bottom E string is audible. Strumming here is pretty simple, it's just downstrokes. See what I did there? Push the octave up to the 8th and 7th and 9th frets. And then down to the 2nd and 4th frets to play a B note in the octave. So the whole song's in the key of E major. We're playing this against an E major harmony, an E major chord, and we're playing the major 7th of that of that chord, root note and fifth, and then we go to A. So we're going to be careful there. First thing we do is to remember these fret positions. The first thing we do is we play A in the bass, because now we're on an A chord, but we're playing G sharp note on the D string at the 6th fret, and a G sharp octave at the B string at the 9th fret. Okay, so again, muting the strings, those that, well, in this case we're muting the G string and the top E string. So we're starting that position, doing 4 strokes, I guess, then going back by 2 frets, and then 2 frets again, and then back up to the 4th and 6th frets, then back up to the 6th and 9th frets, and then finally up into the 9th and 12th frets. That's the A string. I don't know why I still feel so insecure playing those fret positions. I haven't practiced this one a lot. That's it. That's it. That's 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, to sum up this 6th video in the 2nd series, we have started with, well, the whole thing is about droning, shuffling, and that's basically it, right? Also, we did some octaves there, okay? Droning on the first thing, Weather With You, with our beautiful 16th rhythm, and moving to positions. Then shuffle strumming. Pause with no name. The solo from that thing, again with droning. And then that bit there, where that's just my attempt at the solo. Maybe you can hear that in your head from the song, but that's, for the purposes of this particular lesson, that's not so important, right? It's the droning, and then we went to droning on the bottom string. That beautiful one from the Beatles, Don't Let Me Down, and then, of course, octaving as well in 1979 by Smashing Pumpkins. I hope I explained that clearly to you and you understood what is required from that 6th video in the 6th series, in the 2nd series. I've had a few emails from followers of the website telling me that this has all been a great assistance to them and it's really helped them out. That feedback is really, really helpful to me. So if you guys can chuck me an email and just tell me what you like and what you don't like about the series, so I can continue to do this. It's all free. I just want to get the free stuff out there so anyone who wants to enjoy it can enjoy it and learn from it. Build up this website into something that people will really want to visit regularly. Okay, so that's shakyking.com, and there's also, of course, the YouTube channel that's associated with it, and that's GTS Guitar Tuition on YouTube, and of course there's the GTS Facebook page as well. But even if you're just hanging out on the website and having a look with the 330 chord charts and all the stuff on scales and all the stuff on notes and the song demonstrations, which I'm going to continue to do, I'll be very happy just for you to get stuck into that and enjoy it. And again, if you can give me feedback, that'd be great. Thank you. That's it for series 2. I'm going to start series 3 soon, and we'll get into more finger picking and electric guitar technique as well. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.